12 hours, 24 miles, ascend and descend 3 Yorkshire peaks in less than 2 weeks' time. I can't help but think I'm absolutely crazy. I blame one of my subscribers. You can find out who by watching this video. If you're interested in other videos about my adventures across reading, watching, playing and travelling, then please do not hesitate to like this video and subscribe. You can also post a comment because they're the lifeblood of the channel. Ever since I made the decision, about a week ago, I've been questioning how mad I am, how crazy, how stupid. And as I said, I blame one of my subscribers. But I'll out him later. His suggestion was a good one, and also inspired by one of my very own videos, so I'm sort of partly to blame. And that suggestion was to have an end goal, a target for my fitness endeavours. Obviously I have the whole Rockies holiday in September, but maybe some sort of goal before then. But in thinking about a goal before then, probably wasn't thinking 2 weeks' time. You know, a goal that is just beyond the numbers. So now for the grand outing. So when he posted this as a comment, I maybe got a bit too carried away with it. The challenge I've set myself in less than 2 weeks' time is the 3 Yorkshire peaks. And as I stated, that is 24 miles, which is longer than I've ever walked. Though to be fair, if it was all on flat terrain, I think I'd just grind them out and it wouldn't be a problem. The problem is, it involves ascending and descending 3 Yorkshire peaks within that 24 miles. Not only that, people do it in 12 hours or less. It can take me half that to walk 4 to 6 miles on my nature's theme park walks. Well, actually, that's not true. Around about 4. But that's still, if you times it by 3, that's not 24 miles. And it doesn't involve 3 peaks. At first, I thought, you know, these peaks, they're probably going to be big hills, right? But no, it's a bit like that scene in Star Wars where they spot the Death Star, where it's like, they're not 3 hills, they're 3 mountains. They're actually classified as mountains. 3 mountains and 24 miles. In 2 weeks. This is a serious business. In all seriousness, for a moment, I do think I've gone slightly crazy. I was caught up in the enthusiasm of it, but now I'm thinking about it, that's a lot. If I was to look myself in the mirror, or as I do very often, down this camera lens, it would be a bit like that advertisement for World of Warcraft back when they were releasing, I don't know, the first or second expansion. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, where the catchphrase was, "You are not prepared." And you know what? Illidan, or whoever he was, I can't remember that either, would be correct. I have to be practical. So I'm going to set myself some goals with regard to this. If I do 1 peak, I'll be happy. I think that's realistic. Based on my current walking distances and fitness levels, I think 1 peak would be a challenge. Let's face it, apparently each of these peaks is twice the size of Rosebery Topping, and at the minute the thought of walking up Rosebery Topping twice in succession fills me with dread. So if I manage to do 1 peak, that's pretty good going. And then that would also be the marker in the sand, right? In the sense that if I tried to do 3 peaks again, a bit closer to the Rockies holiday, and I managed to do 2 peaks or 3 peaks, that's an improvement. If in 2 weeks' time I manage to walk the distance and ascend and descend 2 peaks, well, that will be an absolute bloody miracle, and I'll be amazingly pleased with myself. Ascending and descending all 3 peaks isn't on the cards, unless there is something about how these peaks are ascended and descended which makes them easier than I'm imagining. It isn't going to happen. But you know, there is variables in the mix which may mean I might do better than I think. On this trip I will probably eat better before I go on these walks than I have in the past. There will probably be supplies and food and the right sort of stuff where normally I don't really have the right stuff. It's only recently, for instance, that I've started taking water on my walks rather than drinking soda halfway up an epic hill. I know, crap. So that may improve things. There is also a group of people going, so you have the whole team endeavour effort. So all of those things may create a mosaic of things where I surprise myself. You never know. But yeah, 3 peaks, 24 miles, 12 hours. Absolutely crazy. If I get away with 1 peak, I'll be happy. If these videos stop in 2 weeks' time, you'll know I have died on one of 3 Yorkshire peaks, and you know who to blame. So what do you think? Am I totally crazy? Is this what you would call a stretch goal? Have I committed to this way too early? Scratch that. I think I know the answer to that one. At the moment, I am sort of terrified of this challenge, but excited at the same time. And make no mistake, the goal is to bring the camera and to one degree or another tell you the story as it happens, peak by peak. But don't be surprised if that doesn't end up being a plural endeavour and it ends up just being a peak. So that's it. 24 miles, 3 peaks, 12 hours in less than 2 weeks' time. The next 2 weeks are going to consist of jogging, walking, running up my stairs many times, probably wearing out the carpet, and buying kit. Never forget that. If you have any advice, please post it in the comments. If you want to give your condolences early, so you don't have to worry about it in 2 weeks' time when these videos stop, do that as well. Thank you for listening. Please consider liking and subscribing. Wish me the best of luck. Until next time.